In the future, Froggy! Where's Froggy? We have to find Froggy! Okay, I'm
Froggy?
Froggy?
Welcome back, Space Cadets, to Hal Dave's Trip to Jupiter, where we search for Froggy.
AKA this is Big the Cat's self-insert anime fanfic.
I'm surprised, honestly, not that we came to that, but that we took so long to get there.
What matters is the journey.
This is interesting, actually. So, this game actually has quite a few, like, optional power-ups. This is being one of them. But, we're completionists.
Yeah, though I'm the one with the beard.
Yeah, well,
Look,
I have a beard-ish sometimes.
look, as long as you don't somehow try to take all the episodes off of YouTube, but we're fine.
That's right. There was drama there that I don't fully understand and probably shouldn't.
If you want to, I'll talk about it with you after, because
Yeah, no need to go there.
Yeah, like let's just have fun.
So Blaster Master Zero. But I realize we've not been like we've been talking about like a ton of other stuff because the game kind of laser.
He got you.
Laser. Got you. Got my power back. Got my wave beams that I promised not to use back. Yeah, like, this game is a little bit of a slow burn at first, and then you get to some very interesting areas as you go forwards. Although, I kind of like these conveyor belts right here.
They're pretty fun.
It's always an interesting challenge to the player, where, like, what I kind of did there is I got onto the belt and then I stopped moving. And that's, like, counterintuitive to an action game where you kind of feel like you always have to move. And so I always find that to be a really interesting challenge.
Of balancing that out, you know?
It's like when we were playing Sonic Heroes, like, don't touch anything.
Sonic Heroes, you're gonna die. It's gonna die. And Big the Cat has... That game lies. Like, Big the Cat has friends.
There we go. Okay, I was slightly late on the timing, but now I think I remember. Alright, shoot me. Yeah. It's a stronger counterattack when you do it at the right time.
Okay.
Yeah, slightly hit the lasers. I really do enjoy mechanics like that where they have like a little bit of timing to something where it's like you can always perform the action and it's always pretty good, but if you do it at the exact right time, it's like a critical hit basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a good kind of game balance where that way players who maybe aren't quite that skilled yet can still have fun with it, and then they can build up to that skill level. It's kind of the worst when it's like it's only the one thing, and then players who can't do it just feel shitty.
The layer of photophage.
Photophage. This one's actually in the original game too.
I'm a bot.
Let's see, what were you even to? That hit you.
Why aren't you like Spark Mandrill?
Yeah, this is not Spark Mandrill syndrome over. Wait, what if I just like reflect your junk when you shoot at me? Okay, you didn't hit me.
Miss.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, I might have just lost the shield in that hit.
You dork. Big the Cat is disappointed
Well,
in you.
you know, like I said, not using the, Oh, I totally did.
Is there any way to gain health?
Yeah, I did not hit. I did not get hit. Oh no, I'm fine. I can defeat it. I mean, so far I'm not dead yet. Oh, I got the big thing. Now I got this guy. Now I got your power. Yeah, look at that.
Wow.
Okay, so we're back at full. We could totally like, wave beam this guy if we felt like it.
Just wave beam. Like I said, if you feel like you need to. Oh, you lost it!
Okay, he's about to do it.
Shaky.
Shield. Yeah.
I feel bad about myself.
Again, like the wave beam is kind of so game breaking in this one that it's actually kind of refreshing to do like a let's play of it and just not use it. Because it makes me think about it. It's not as painful as destroy mode. Actually, there's one really particular thing about destroy mode that makes it like the most painful, and that's whenever you're in the side-scrolling bits with Sophia, any enemy destroyed will fire one last little like pellet shot at you right as they're destroyed. And so anytime you destroy anything, you have to immediately dodge.
Dodge.
And especially in like close quarters areas, it's almost unavoidable sometimes, and that gets really frustrating. Everything else I actually don't mind too much.
That's fair.
Yeah, like if they just didn't have that one bit of it, like I'd be like, yo, let's do destroy mode. Although there are some like late game bosses where if you don't have that thing that they're weak to, God help you.
You're just fucked.
Yeah, like you gotta be like very careful, make all the perfect dodges and such.
Perfect dodge. Perfect dodge.
But yeah, now, so what we actually got in that one room back there was you can choose between hover and booster. So hover is like a jetpack. Holding down the button lets you rise up, and booster. Let's see if we can get a place to use it. Because we have to go back. That's right. We have the area map, so we want to go down. I guess down. So we're just going down.
You're going down into the abyss.
Yeah. That's an interesting element you're going to see. Okay, so booster is like a double jump, basically.
Okay.
But using it heavily will kind of drain your special weapon energy faster than hover, it feels like. Actually, we can just try it. Hover is kind of like the default thing, and so I stick with it most of the time, but let's try it.
Okay.
Although, using hover and using booster and homing missiles at the same time, there goes our weapon gauge.
Who cares?
I know. Wait, can we? Okay, yeah. So we have to do 1, 2, 3, and then they give you all this power to be like, yeah, you drained all your power to get up here.
We understand. Take it.
All right. So, fortunately, they give you like an objective marker. So there is 2 different areas that the zone is connected to, and one of which we can't get to yet. So we actually have to go backwards.
Okay.
Like it's like a Metroidvania, but it's like light Metroidvania.
Alright.
You know, you're not gonna find like Meridia connecting to Crateria or anything like that.
That's fair. Like you're just like on.
It's just like area. You go area 1, 2, 3, and then you go back to like area 1 to go to area 4.
Okay, so a little stop by. It's not like there's a full fucking inverted castle.
Oh no. Yeah, I was gonna say the second one also takes like a unique approach to it as well. So.
Yeah, true.
I give him a lot of credit. Like, you ever have like a game where, like, you love the game, you love the first game when you play it, and you're like, oh man, this is amazing. I don't know how they're gonna improve upon this on the sequel. And then you get to the sequel, and the sequel is so incredibly good that you're like, oh, I can't even go back to the first one.
Yes, I've had.
That's a little bit what like Blaster Masters.
I had that with, and I'm going to talk about this game series on this channel.
Nani?
Yes, I'm going to talk about Pokemon.
Yeah, Pokemon definitely does that.
Pokemon, especially with first gen versus second gen.
Yeah.
Like, look, I might be showing my age here, but I think Pokemon second gen was some of the best Pokemon has ever been. And
what is here that I don't have?
Joking aside,
yeah, you can keep going with that.
I
I agree with you, honestly. Pokemon, because the original Pokemon is kind of like, the programming is programmed in BASIC, I guess, and so it's like kind of held together by popsicle sticks and faith.
I would say Scotch tape and faith. Joking aside.
Oh, this is an energy guard. Prevent your gun level from dropping when taking damage. Guard disappears after one hit, but will regenerate over time. So now we got a little buffer. So if we make a mistake, we do not immediately lose a level off of our gun.
Good to have, actually.
This, in some ways, is a little bit game-breaking unto itself if you are skilled at the game.
Yeah. But anyway, the whole...
So we get to keep that wave beam that I won't be using. But yeah, no, go on. I get what you're saying, because they really refined a lot of stats come like Gen 2.
Because the only thing they didn't really fix in that game was the Nidoran male and female stuff, which was that whole thing, but...
They're different species or something.
I don't know.
Right, so
I'm
actually trying to get to that green thing there, because that's the life up. But now that we have the...
It's still the only game that offers you 16 badges total. Oh, really?
Yeah, I think that's why the Heart Gold and Soul Silver is so well beloved by the fan base.
Yeah, basically, it's the Johto area and the going back to Kanto and the red fight.
Yeah,
like
it's like the classic thing, all there.
Yeah,
in, like its most refined form. That's the problem that like a lot of things kind of face that, where it's like, oh, you've you have like a really iconic first few games or settings.
Yeah.
And then, you keep iterating on that, but none of them are ever quite as catchy as the original.
Sometimes, yeah. And
it can't be helped, honestly.
Well, I also think in terms of Spider-Man 2 versus Spider-Man 1 for the PlayStation, the movie game specifically.
Oh yeah, movie games.
Yeah, because Spider-Man 2 was the first game in the Spider-Man series to have an open world. In fact, it was the first time the open world franchise I can remember being applied to... Okay, there's probably earlier examples, and I'm not here to define it, but it's the first time I remember seeing the Grand Theft Auto game style applied to things where you're not a criminal, or a cop, or something, or driving.
Well, Grand Theft Auto... I have the unfortunate distinction of having never actually played Grand Theft Auto, but I definitely respect its place in gaming history as its innovations.
Look, Grand Theft Auto, we will respect it here at Hal and Dave.
I don't know, maybe we can play one here someday.
I actually have San Andreas.
Is that considered one of the best? Or?
That's considered out of the classic games the best one.
Okay, I was gonna say, I'm kind of into the idea of trying a recent one to see how it because I know they keep re-releasing 5. Then again, doesn't that have straight up nudity, junk out?
Yeah, basically.
I think we have to censor that in post editing. We just put put the Hal icon over them.
Look, no, we put the thing.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Yeah. I'm sure Marvel Comics will come for us later.
Look, we don't know if the thing has a penis. They never showed it.
Except that's a Family Guy joke.
Yeah, no, that is sadly true, but I'm also thinking of Fan Force Stick.
Oh god. Wait, was he expressly nude in that one?
Yes. I know this. Man. I saw the movie.
Okay, good. No, it was just something that was why?
That movie can go...
Why Hollywood?
I can't even defend that movie as
where
doing
are we even going? Okay, yeah. That's right. So we have to actually go to the very start of the game, and that cliffside we started by, we can now rocket above.
Okay, fair enough. No,
I just love these sprite trees. So, yeah, let's carry on.
Anyways,
nice. Fan Force Stick.
Anyway, look, I can't even defend the movie as doing something really original, because this is so different from Fantastic Four. But I'm yeah, give me a good, straight adaptation of the Fantastic Four first, and then.
That's totally accurate. Where you can't do a subversive version of something until you have a definitive version of it.
Yeah, I'm sorry, so far the best Fantastic Four movie is not even a movie; it's a fan documentary.
Well, honestly, the best Fantastic Four movie was called The Incredibles.
Yes. Joking aside, though.
I'm not joking. That was a great movie.
No, I like The Incredibles too. Look, it's my favorite Pixar film.
Same here.
But besides The Incredibles, the best Fantastic Four film I've ever seen is a video on YouTube by B-Mask.
Huh.
It's kind of a documentary, but the reason I like it is that he actually has people voice over the comics.
Oh wow.
And so he goes over the
Is it like classic like Jack Kirby comics?
Yeah, from all sorts of different eras.
I was gonna say.
And he keeps consistent voice actors.
The more I learn about like comic books and the art and how they were made, the more I love that like classic like Jack Kirby style.
Oh fuck, Jack Kirby's amazing.
Oh, he is. I should like experiment with kind of like drawing something like that at some point.
Look, I'm one of those guys who, if people know me long enough, they're like, man, comics are so hard to get to. How do you do it? And I'm like, oh.
I've been at it for many years.
And then it's like, I just had a guy recently.
You feel like the Yoda.
All right, I recently did this.
Dave the Yoda.
I recently did this on my thing. Was somebody actually commented on like one of my threads and said, because of you, I'm getting into comics, and now I'm really into Ghost Rider. And I'm like,
there you go. Well, he's the guy who did get the pennant stare Galactus of all things.
Yeah, it's true. But no, like, Galactus is one of my favorite things of all time as terms of characters.
You just reminded me of the Fantastic Four cartoon.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't really like watch it, but I remember like tuning into it at one point, and like Ego the Living Planet was totally one of those like eldritch horrors that like kind of scared me as a kid.
Oh,
one of many things that scared me as a kid because I was a real shitty, skittish child.
You were a wimp, just to say it.
I was.
Joking aside, no, Ego the Living Planet is one of my favorite little weird comic book ideas. It's just so strange and mysterious. He actually is a Thor villain of all things.
Wait, that's where he originated?
Yeah.
If I had to guess, I would have thought that he originated with Fantastic Four.
No, he originated. Keep in mind, there are two major Jack Kirby books at Marvel. Like, well, not technically, but like Jack Kirby worked on a lot of things. But the ones you would find his work are Thor and.
I looked at the timer and then I walked into the water because of it.
Are Thor and FF.
Yeah, Thor and the Fantastic Four.
There are other ones like the Eternals, the Inhumans. We don't talk about the Inhumans here. We're an Inhuman-free household right now until I forgive Marvel.
Yeah. This might have only been a power-up room. Dang it. Oh yeah, that's the whole room. You can always tell if you've explored like the whole room, even if you don't have a map for it, by seeing where the light blue edge is.
Yeah.
This is obvious. It's kind of a fun bit here, though. I liked blocking stuff with the shield.
Oh, yeah. But, yeah, no, like, Thor and Fantastic Four are where you would see Jack Kirby's work, so a lot of the concepts he came up with are often shared between both books. Mostly because of his style. It's why
you gotta have your Kirby dots.
Well, it's why Doctor Strange shows up in Spider-Man works a lot, too. He's a Steve Ditko creation.
Ooh, neat.
Yeah. That's one of the reasons why you tend to see them team up a lot.
Huh, that's pretty cool, honestly.
Well, no, like,
I always kind of found it interesting how in comic books characters, like, team up so much with each other, because I feel like there's not too many other mediums where characters just kind of coexist.
Well, with Marvel, they made it kind of their thing, which is what that made them popular initially. That's kind of its brand.
And it still made them popular.
Yeah,
Avengers, the MCU is doing really well for a long time, and then Thanos snapped them away. This is one of the reasons why that's how it all ended.
Well, this is one of the reasons why I talk about like continuity as a tool. Like, a lot of people are like, continuity doesn't matter if the story is good, and I'm like, hold it.
But good continuity makes the story good, so your logic is flawed and circular.
Basically. The big problem, like, I understand everybody's like, what does it matter? But it's like, if you have to establish threats or something in a story that connect together, you do have to be a little bit careful. Like, I was actually talking about this. One of the reasons it's hard to take Brian Michael Bendis as a writer seriously to me is because he doesn't care about continuity. And when he kills off a character, he makes it like the biggest fucking deal in his stories. But here's the problem.
And then they come right back.
No. He brings back other characters who are supposed to be dead.
Joy.
And then it's
by the way, we're in the obligatory sewer level.
Like, I have to talk
The
about...
Ninja Turtles are here, but go on.
But that's one
I
of
fell in the water.
That's one of my big problems.
That's right. We haven't like done it yet in this game, but Jason, if he jumps from a high height, he takes fall damage.
Oh,
but
yeah.
the water exists here in order to
prevent that.
Stop that. Yeah. Well, the Space Cadets don't know unless they play this game because they're all like cool and like support awesome indie games. Anyway.
Yeah. Bye. Anyway, like I said, the problem is that he doesn't care for other continuity sometimes, and he'll care sometimes about his stuff. But then it's like, dude, why do we care about your work and how it's so dramatic when you just do that shit? Like, come on.
Nah.
Like, you can't have it both ways. And, you know, that sucks to say, but...
I feel a deep rumbling in my controller.
Feel rumble in your tongue.
Wait, do I want the flamethrower? Yeah, I think I want the flamethrower right now. Yeah, we're in this part with like the water that rushes by, and it drops like these tadpole eggs. Then they get washed away and replaced.
Okay.
By more tadpole eggs.
All the tadpole eggs.
And so you have to kind of like burn your way through. The flamethrower weapon. No. Ow. That's what happens if you don't make it. You take one hit basically for getting caught on the edge of that. But I am trying to... Well,
living on the edge!
Well, that didn't work. Oh wait, but my like gun guard prevented me from losing it, so I can actually like make it over here like I wanted to. So the blue blocks can only be destroyed by the flame.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to get in here. You can't shoot me from there. Alright.
Die, monster. Shoot.
Yeah, I took way more damage than I should have getting here, though.
You just were like,
Yeah. Not a very good game to go damage boosting in.
Man, I love the new attractions at Action Park. Okay, now that's an obscure reference, if you get it.
Action Park, you say?
So have you ever I think I might have shown it to you, have you ever seen a channel called Defunctland?
I don't think I've seen it.
Okay, so the idea of Defunctland is that it goes over, amusement parks that don't exist anymore.
Oh, that sounds kind of...
And attractions. So he goes over the history and stuff. Action Park was in New Jersey, so it's already going downhill.
Yeah, you've already established it as being subpar.
Yeah, it's gonna get worse. It was a amusement park that was known to be extremely dangerous.
Oh, good.
Mostly for its water rides.
Wait, what? Okay, continue with this story because I might have heard of this.
So, they actually had something that is doing that exact thing in this game where it would create waves, and they were so strong they would knock customers over.
So strong that they would lose one gun level from being hit.
One of the water slides has a loop-de-loop.
Okay. That doesn't sound safe, honestly.
No.
With my meager understanding of physics, that sounds very unsafe. That's where we were supposed to come in if we took the other routes.
I'll show you the episode later, cause it's...
There's some good water tiles.
Yes. Cause it's actually a very fascinating thing. And I'm not going to describe anything more because you deserve to be shocked.
Alright. Well, Space Cadets, we're going to be shocked, apparently, next time on Hal and Dave.
We'll see you at Action Park.
Or not.